So in between the last session and this, there was a solo or a side quest with a couple of folks. Our last session, there was a whole lot of our last full session. There was a whole lot of discovery of various aspects of things that have been gathered along the way. Discussions, descriptions, re-equipping, moving things around.
Magic items.
And then there was, yes, the magic, different new spell availabilities, things of that nature. And then there was a discussion of which way do we go? Do we continue on, or what do we do? And part of that discussion turned into, well, golly, we have to go back for more supplies. We're running low. And everything fell off the rails from there.
That was not my idea. Not my idea.
I'll give her that. Well, no, it was still partially, because you wanted to do extra stuff, which led to other problems, which we'll get to in a minute.
Yeah, well,
we did not go backwards.
there's a matter of opinion. So the crew ambled on out of the Dragon Spa and headed back to Nulzar's Gate. Impromptu trip to look for supplies and meet up with alchemists and numbers of other things. And when they got back to Nulzar's Gate, they saw that the city walls were closed and buttoned up tight, and troops had moved in from the east and parked themselves on the other side of the caravan grounds.
Okay.
Once discussion was had with a few folk nearby, it was found out that the Theocracy of Syracuse, the new name of the country on the other side of the mountains, sealed the gate and declared war. Therefore, no trade would be moving across the mountains, at least not through the normal path. At that point, since the fortress doors were closed, everyone decided this isn't a good look for us, and then the party split up.
What?
So some of the party members went back to their new hideout in the Dragon Spa, and a couple of party members decided they were going to attempt to shop someplace different.
Okay.
The idea being, because I feel like I have to defend our actions slightly, is go into the outer areas of town where there's stuff still there, get what we can, get the hell out.
However, certain mischievous members of the group happen to know certain things about how to find a place called No Town. Which way should we go? We were thinking of going shopping further south. Oh no, don't go that way. And definitely don't go west. There's no town there. So west they went.
West into the country that is declaring war.
Oh no, loop around. They were, well, into the foothills, because they can't get through the mountains.
Yeah.
So into the foothills to No Town.
To No Town. Okay.
Which is essentially a mobile black market that changes location at a whim. However, en route, one of the party members decided to take a little side trip and pick up some extra cash.
Wait, I'm having an insight, a flash of prescience. Was it Thea?
Despite Azathan's objections, it was.
So Thea,
Thea, who is literally draped in wealth and swag and treasure, holding around like demon statues with ruby eyes and little coins falling out of her pocket and her bodice, multiple necklaces and rings on her fingers. She needs to go off and get some more cash.
Oh, hold the ire. It gets better. All of this, I will say, all of this is to Azathan's objection.
Okay.
So, en route, circuitously, I might add, in a very roundabout and out-of-the-way manner, a certain somebody went back to her own declared hideout, back to the secret room in the Temple of the Willing.
Yikes. Okay. That's like near the old Temple of Knowledge that has been taken over by the Golden Circle, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Under it, in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. And whilst there, did a little money exchange, dropped some stuff, picked up some stuff in the secret room, because that's her secret treasure room now.
Right. None of that goes to us.
Apparently.
And
I like how she's muted.
she's on mute and defending herself on mute.
Which is about all you need. That's,
I don't think you need me to repeat. You already knew what I was saying. Clearly.
So, whilst down there, Thea meandered back into the room that had the summoning circle that everyone avoided, only to discover that a certain someone that she may or may not have cut a deal with
In her sleep.
was there in the circle.
Trapped in the circle? Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And he said, well, I could certainly help you, and held out his hand. To which she crossed the circle and grasped his hand willingly.
As a mortal creature.
And the magic circle went away.
Yeah, it did. Because that's what happens when you do that shit.
So, after brief discussion and something of an epic meltdown on behalf of a certain botanist.
Well, but the botanist doesn't know shit. He's not there. The only person that's there that knows this is Thea.
He was with her.
He tried to
He was
stop her.
following.
Oh.
He was following and just melted down.
Yeah, he had an aneurysm on your behalf.
Okay.
I was not kidding.
Got to meet him.
Got to meet him. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
And
Is he nice? Is he nice? Is he here to help?
I mean, I got stuff out of it.
Oh, good. I'm glad you got stuff out of it. That is
You had to tell me
that
what
is
I
the
was supposed to
benchmark.
do.
That is the benchmark of success after all, Thea, is did you get shit out of it? That is, of course, what we're all striving for.
The
So,
best part is he still has not told me what I'm not supposed to do.
mm,
So I still don't know what I agreed to.
yeah, but you doubled down on getting the swag from him, so, whatever it is.
She got a holy symbol.
I did.
yes, she does. She does own a new holy symbol. The holy symbol from the former head of the order of the Temple of the Willing. The death cult.
Yeah, the death cult. Yeah.
And amusingly enough to me, still didn't ask his name. So
where did the dude go after he showered you with riches and didn't answer any questions?
He actually didn't give me riches. He took his ruby back.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened? Where did he go?
Well, they were talking so much about shopping, he simply helped them along, and boop, they transported to No Town. So
For
they
free.
don't know where he went, what he was doing, who he is,
What his plans are.
what his plans are, nothing.
But we do know he's an extraplanar being because the only way he could
yes,
get
we do.
here was through a frickin' summoning circle.
He said he was he was gonna redecorate.
That is true. He was going to redecorate, he said.
Redecorate reality? The
No,
planet?
I think just...
No.
He implied just
my-
the dungeon.
My little hideout.
He implied. That's all I'll say. Is he implied?
And you have that look like I got that stomach ache behind my eye.
I told you you'd need a drink.
Yeah.
And that's all I know of what happened after that.
Ah.
I have been informed of some things out of character, but definitely don't know them in character.
So, we did a little, since the party had all been split up and we kind of didn't want to leave everyone just sort of hanging out and dangling and such, we did a little side quest for Thea and Azathan in between. They spent some time at much to my delight, shopping in No Town, where I laid out every manner of temptation just to see what would happen, because the longer we go, the more fun it was going to be.
And the pillars of iron will and discipline leading the pack. Yes, please.
Actually, I was. Thank you. You'll be very proud of me.
Gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot. Your ledger is a little bit in the red right now. I'm just saying.
To be fair, she did walk out of the gambling place without trying to win.
Yeah. And I stopped Azathan from trying to break free all the slaves and get all the mercenaries after killing us at all. You're welcome.
Thank you. That's God knows we shouldn't do anything against slavery. That's foolish. But yeah.
Sorry.
So I did this a lot. I laughed a lot during this exchange. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Brings us to this evening, where we should endeavor to try to bring folks back together. However, Elsbeth, you feel very floaty all of a sudden. And then
what?
you are very grounded. And everyone else around you disappears.
Uh-oh.
Except, after a moment, Feliki is there. And then, we just get our map back to prepped, and then all of a sudden,
Belgar!
Belgar returns.
Where have you been, old boy?
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. Is Flicky still here?
After a moment, things ripple, things settle. Feliki looks around and does and you see and hear scuttling. Little scuttling, not rat-sized scuttling, little scuttling.
Sight.
And you see lines, small lines of energy all around her, and bugs. All of the bugs around you.
Are doing what?
Scuttling to her.
Oh, okay.
They swarm up around her. She holds them in her hand as they are swarming around her arm and crawling around her body.
Fleeky.
And she says, "You all will unmake the world, and I cannot be party to this." She turns, pushes her hand to the side like this, and the swarm forms a hand that pushes the door open, and she walks out.
Wait.
The door. Which door is this exactly?
The council chamber where the party still hasn't gone away from.
No, I thought we were upstairs because we were rearranging the base.
We're upstairs redecorating.
Yeah. The dramatic exit is through the dragon head door then.
But wait!
And she leaves. And the hand whoop, shuts the door behind her.
I'd like to open the door and try and convince Feliki.
Yeah, there's a lot of bugs there. A lot of bugs. Like a swarm.
Okay, I'm gonna look.
Let her go. Let her go. There's
And
nothing to be done for it. Either that wasn't Feliki and she's being possessed, or it was Feliki and there's no changing her mind about things right now. So let her go cool
But
off.
I'm not gonna.
What? What do you want?
I
Elspeth? What do you want? Use your words. Speak your desire. What do you want?
didn't want. I wanted to know why she was gonna leave.
She
I'm not
told us.
planning. I'm not planning on unmaking the world.
Oh,
I
but
don't know what's going on.
Oh, but look around. I mean, as we blunder about and make our way through, and certain party members indulge in pacts with extraplanar beings, and who knows what other things we've inadvertently tampered with. Apparently, Feliki is privy to some knowledge that we are not. But regardless, here we are.
Just gonna find a spot and slump.
Oh, chin up. There's plenty to be done before we actually get around to unmaking the world. We're not on the last chapter yet. So, who all is here, GM?
so, it is right now. Let me try. I'm trying to reset the map here for you. You, Elsbeth, and that's it in the hideout.
Where, Elspeth? Where have I been, GM? What have I been doing?
You have
Tidying, researching, what?
You have been having a vision.
Ah,
A lengthy vision, as it turns out.
clearly, I'm famished.
By the way, the place does look much better than what's actually shown on the map. They've been cleaning and attempting to set up house to some degree.
Lovely.
The vision that you had, the place where you have visited, is the best description is it's almost as if you had been involved in that tapestry that you restored. You could see this glowing sense of enclosure and just seeing various aspects of things floating, reaching out, turning back. And it has been it has given you some insight, some little insight into the talk of the various religious things that you've been discovering along the way. It genuinely does seem as if there is a golden circle around the world. And there is definitely a problem. There's one area that has gone dark. And as you discover that in your vision, you come back.
Now, is this an area in the multiverse that's gone dark? An area on the golden sphere that's gone dark?
Within the sphere, connected to your world. And not as far away as you want it to be.
So there's a sense of distance and proximity? Give me something, GM. What do you want me to do, big guy? What do you want me to do?
All right, calm down.
If you were to have a sense, you would say that it was likely the other side of the mountains. So, a fair distance away, but not really that far, you're in the mountains.
Okay. So this is twice now I've had visions of this cosmic roadmap of golden spheres and lines and rotting and darkness. Can I don't know how this works in your world, can I petition to my deity to create a sense or detect darkness spell, a prayer that the God of knowledge will bestow upon me based upon my perceptions and understanding, intimate understanding of the powers in play, that we could use as sort of a guide to indicate it's that way and it's kind of far away, or it's this way and it's really freaking close?
I think absolutely you could do that. It would be almost as if it were a heightening of the sense. It would be
Refining of the sight.
Yes, the sight. Sorry.
Yeah.
A heightening of the sight. It would be sort of in combination with like standard spell stuff, dispel or detect evil kind of a thing. It would be the similar.
Okay.
Similar in level and extendability.
Okay.
Of that nature.
Very good.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, we know how to get to the other side of the mountains. We know that there is some danger that is befalling not just these two countries, but all of reality. We must gather our forces together, our companions again, and strike forth to deal with whatever this darkness is. So where is everyone?
Okay. We found a way through the mountains. The underground
Yes.
portion is a river.
Right, and it goes through to the other side.
Yes.
Yes.
It's several days. We, Azathan and I agreed, and a couple others. 3 days.
Probably.
Okay, about 3 days. Wanted to make sure we were as ready as we were going to be, because we weren't sure what was going to be on the other side, especially if it's now a theocracy. I don't know what the situation's going to be there. We wanted to be certain we had everything we needed. But Nullsar's gate, when we came back to just stop in and get supplies, is now locked up. The wall's completely sealed. There's been a formal declaration of war from the theocracy.
Okay.
So we came back here to wait for Thea and Azathan to... Thea said she knew a place. I thought they were just going to go in town. I don't know. But...
And the dwarf?
Randomly disappeared.
Yeah, he's disappeared again.
So either... What?
You've disappeared a few times already. What is going on?
No. Instability in the magic. Every time I go out, I seem to have visions. So it's entirely possible that my god is trying to fill my head with mandates and directives. Vague and ocular though they may be, but do what we can. As far as Dundon, whenever he goes away, he just comes back. He's not aware of any time passing.
Yeah, he's not. That's what he said.
So, I mean, it depends, I guess, on who's being bamfed and what the bamfing entity is.
You're having visions of what?
Describe the vision to you.
Okay. Okay. Well, until Thea and Azathan come back, I'm not sure what we're doing. I'm not sure what they've got their hands on. There is something you might want to look at. I'm going to pull out the paperwork you saw me studying before, and I was so excited to find. I'm just going to hold this up and these are magical research notes on magic breaking down and going awry, and planar shifting that is failing. If your god is pointing something to you, I'm guessing this might be a clue. I've memorized this.
Who wrote it? And how long ago? And why?
All of these were Morgan Flamedrake, right? I know there's a spell information there from him.
Some of it was his. A large portion of it were notes from him.
Yeah.
Morgan Flamedrake.
Yeah.
But not all of them. the main it's like the person doing the research in question was sort of cribbing notes from Morgan.
Okay.
The spells were his.
Yes.
The cribbing notes, it was almost like there was back and forth discussion about it.
Okay.
But this is from the room of the wizard that you discovered here in this area.
Okay.
These were the notes that came out of one of those trunks.
Yeah.
They've been here a significant amount of time.
Yeah. These are the notes we found here. There's information from Morgan Flamedrake, and and the notes appear to be attributed to a vast wizarding organization, but I don't know who else is contributing to these. If it's a compilation of information or a discourse between two scholars.
Was this Flame Drake trying to bring about the unraveling of magic and the breakdown of planar transfer?
I sincerely doubt it.
Then why was he writing this dissertation?
I think this has happened before.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Excellent! Then we should perhaps find out what happened before and see how they fixed it then.
Okay, want to leaf through these?
Yes, I would love to.
Which is what I was saying.
One of the things of note in there, as Belgar sort of glances through it, at a brief, I leaf through them. There does seem to be something of what Elsbeth is saying of they mentioned the Tower Society, which, do you have arcane knowledge or history?
Yes and yes.
Make a roll for me.
I worship the god of knowledge, dude. So yeah,
Look,
I got both of those.
I'm trying. Give me a roll on whichever's better and add a +2 for synergy. Just tell me
Hot
what you got.
Ziggy. Hot Ziggy. Let's see. 18 plus 9 is 25.
Nice.
The Tower Society that you've heard of,
I believe it's Spire, actually, but...
or Spire Society.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Spire Society that you've heard of is a blasted stub of a ruin outside of Lithia. There's
Yes.
no Tower or Spire Society left, to your knowledge.
How far the mighty have fallen.
What do you mean?
They don't exist anymore. Not to say they weren't fabulous back when this was written, but as of right now, nothing.
No. No, that's not possible.
Why?
Fuck it. I'm gonna dig through my pack. Fuck it. I need to talk to someone about this at this rate.
Unburden yourself, son. We can call it a confessional. Bare your soul to me.
Son?
Daughter, sorry. Bear with me.
I know you're a little messed up. Okay.
What's all that floaty feeling?
We're absolutely certain there's no one else in here, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Unless somebody simply reappears.
Yeah, okay. I was taught I was taught my magic from a wizard named Kulo. He's an asshole.
No offense, but most wizards are. You're the exception to the rule. Please go on.
But I stole a letter from him when I left home.
Now who's the asshole?
He is.
Stealing mail. Please, I'm sorry, continue. You stole a letter from him. A letter that was intended for you?
No, it was for him. I'm actually going to pull it out. I think I still have it.
You do.
And I'm going to give it to him. This is a letter of rejection from the Spire Society.
From the Spire Society, I see. All right, very good. A letter
The
of
same
rejection.
people that wrote this. They're not. They claim they're not taking anyone in at this time, and that I have the. No, I think I deleted from my phone. But they're not taking new applicants until the political climate is less tenuous.
Now, this is the society, Eric, that, to my knowledge, doesn't exist anymore.
Correct.
Yeah.
But according to Elsbeth's teacher, it does exist. He was trying to get in, and they said no. Recent enough for someone as young as Elsbeth to have access to this information.
So they can't be gone. If we can find them, if this has happened before, and they were talking about this, is clearly something that could be fixed again. This is what I've been looking for.
What?
This society, these people.
The Spire.
Yes, this is why I was in your temple when it was attacked. I was looking for anything on these people.
Eric, do I know where the burned out husks of humanity that were once the Spire congregate?
The remains of the tower that was their world headquarters is outside of Lithia, which is essentially like saying you're in Denver and it's in Baltimore.
So, to the best of my knowledge, you need to make your way to Lithia.
Which is also the other side of Trokal, where you're from.
Now,
Yeah, that's a problem.
Now, Lithia, so we've got where we are. We have the mountains. We have the theocracy that just declared war on us. Where is Ithia in relation to those two places?
Way the other way.
Where the fuck? So not anywhere near any place we want to go right now.
It's directly opposite of where you're trying to go.
And I don't think going back to Trokal is safe right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, Elspeth. How about this? What do you say you and I go find Ithia? Go find the tower. Just you and I. Pack our bags and be on our way.
And just as you say that, Thea comes strolling back in through the dragon.
Are all the bugs gone?
Yes, the bugs are gone.
Thea, lovely to see you. And in one piece.
Where's Azathan?
Wait, Azathan was it?
He just disappeared. I don't know. He was ranting and raving at me. He was clearly pissed off, and then he just poof. I don't know.
Why?
He just needs to cool down, I guess.
Guy has poor impulse control.
Tell me about it.
I can't.
So, question: did I hear that last sentence from Belgar?
No.
Okay. I'm then going to look at Elsbeth. And... oh, Elsbeth. It was the darndest thing.
Okay. Is this why Azathan... So,
no,
what?
Azathan is just Azathan. He'll be back, I'm sure. He did you proud, Belgar. He was truly bringing through your vibes while we were away.
Well,
you
good.
should be proud.
When I see him again, I'll be sure to thank him.
Yes.
So what were you going to say to Elspeth?
Oh. I saw this lady, and did you know she's got blue hair just like yours?
Okay.
And they had these wonderful books. Can you guess what I found out?
She's gonna say what, but her hand is actually slowly moving toward her rod.
Elspeth, you aren't going to draw on Thea, are you?
Oh yeah, I thought we were friends.
You're scaring me.
I'm scaring you? I'm sorry.
Please continue.
Please, and with alacrity, if you don't mind. There's things to be done, dear.
Well,
Yes.
it turns out here, our Elsbeth is worth quite a bit. And is in fact worth so much that she's got a lady to her title.
Really? Lady Elspeth?
Of Charcoal.
Um,
Why? Run away.
why?
Excuse me, hold up first. First of all, everybody's business is their own. Second of all, of everyone in this party, Thea, you are the last person who gets to dig into other people's secrets. Hmm?
Well, it's not a secret. It's public knowledge.
You don't get to ask why Lady Elspeth fled from her ancestral homes. That's not a question we ask of people. They volunteer the information or they don't. Or the consequences come and hang upon all our heads. We've all walked down that road, haven't we?
I guess.
Anything you care to share, Lady Elspeth, in the interest of the safety of your companions and our quest? Keeping in mind that holding shit back would put you in the same camp as Thea, as far as I'm concerned.
Can I ask you to roll a persuasion check? Because I'm not sure what she's feeling right now. Is that okay?
Sure.
Because
Charisma roll.
Persuasion.
Woo.
Better. Oh, better a 10.
out of the interest of fairness, I will roll insight as a contested check, because I can roll shit too. Ah! Oh, fucking course. God, why do you hate me? Unless I somehow have a million bonus, I'm pretty sure... Yep, no, I fail.
Anything to share with the class, Lady Elspeth?
How much do you know about Trokal's nobility?
Layman's perspectives, nothing, no deep inner sanctum details or secret handshakes or anything like that.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be big. I'm going to consciously take one step further away from Thea. Do you know... Have you heard of the Anosas?
Have I? Have we?
One of the high, not super high level, but definite nobility of Trokal.
Pretty up there.
Notable. High enough that things like political marriages happen.
Medici level people. Okay. Oh, yes, of course. Stories are spun in taverns about them from here to Edgewater. What about them? You're not one of them, are you? You are! You're one of them! Oh, dear.
Yeah, what would you say if I told you I was their eldest child?
Standing to inherit the entire estate? Wow. Thea, no ransom. No ransom. We don't ransom friends.
All right. I don't hurt anyone in my party.
Sorry. Nor do you sell information about members of a party to someone that might kidnap them on their own accord without your doing nothing.
I promise. Mum's the word.
Okay.
Did this person give you a name, this person with the colored hair?
No. Maybe. Wasn't really paying attention that much. I was more interested in the book.
That is so Thea.
Yes, so Thea.
Who do you think it is? Who are you afraid it is? Who would you like it to be?
To be fair,
To be fair.
thank you to the Letterkenny fans for that. So, it's been a while. Elsbeth, do you remember in when you were in Nulzar's Gate, the person with blue hair that you were avoiding?
Yes,
Yeah. What Thea describes
Mhm.
and how Azathan reacted, you're starting to think it's that same person.
Oh yeah, no, I thought that when she said blue hair, but I couldn't. I didn't recognize them either.
Can't be that many of you wandering about.
Well,
So-
I'm putting that together with the simple fact that this was something that was shown in a list, basically a bounty list in No Town. Doesn't give you warm, fuzzy vibes about blue hair person.
No. My biggest concern is it's a shark. Because if it's a shark, we're in trouble.
Shark. What's a shark?
A shark is an extremely high-ranking military person in Trokal. You have heard rumors that they fight better in the water than they do on dry surface.
All right.
And that they have the mannerisms that match a shark.
Dead eyes, soulless, no mercy.
Particularly when fighting.
That's
I'm
worst
feeling-
case scenario.
Sam wanted us to piss these people off.
Yeah.
Why would she be
Where
looking for you?
without me?
Why would she be coming for you?
I might have been promised to Azenthian nobility.
Hmm.
And I might have objected strenuously many times and was ignored many times.
Poison him.
It's my father.
The person you're betrothed to is your father?
No, I don't know who I'm marrying. I never met them.
Oh,
the person
I thought
I've
it
been
was your
yelling.
father's.
No, the person I've been yelling at many times is my father. I have disagreed strenuously with him many times over this.
Well, clearly you didn't get your point across.
Why do you think I ran away?
So that explains why you ran away. Why are you here with us?
'Cause frankly, everyone who I got to know at the temple was suddenly dead.
Which temple?
Where
Oh,
you found me.
the Temple of Knowledge.
Your temple.
My temple. Yes, that temple. Very
Yes.
good. All right.
I
So-
don't have anywhere to go. It's not like I can walk into a town and go, "Hey, take me somewhere."
Well, I mean, you could. You're
So-
gonna make them very, very rich.
So
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 where
if-
they're gonna take me is home.
Ithia is probably
Lithia.
a good
It's an
place.
L.
Lithia? Lithia?
Yeah. Lithia.
Lithia is probably a very good place for you to be right now. Last place they think to look for you.
Probably if I didn't have to go through Trokal, where apparently I have wanted posters.
So Ithia is on the other side of Trokal? Eric? Is there a way
you could go through the Azinthian plains, the country that's at war, and going that way while you're trying to go that way.
Why not? I mean, we need to go into Zenthia anyway. If we can take a route to Ithia via Zenthia, then why not?
Hey, you're taking directions like Thea.
Well, I mean, those are the options, right? We either try and navigate Trothgar, damn it,
Trokal.
Trokal.
Trokal, which seems highly unlikely, although not impossible.
I can't figure it out.
Apparently, we can't sail around it, so that's not an option.
You could sail around Trokal, except that all of that's controlled by the Trokali Navy.
Unless
With
our
the sharks.
theocracy here has a boat for hire. And considering they're at war, this has all gone so wrong.
Yes.
I mean, I could see if anyone in No Town
Okay,
can get a
Thea,
vote.
my understanding was that you and Azathan had gone off to get essential supplies to make sure we had everything we needed before we departed.
That guy would not actually sell to me. He gave me only acid. He wouldn't give me any of the good stuff. But he just had to chat up and give him all of the good stuff. All of it.
So we have none of these essential items that
None of the herbs or supplies he felt we needed.
Okay, well...
but I have some cheese. Here, try this cheese. It's very good.
Oh, lovely. I feel like, actually, I am a bit peckish. Thank you. Ooh, is that a Gouda? Ooh, that's very nice. do we have some of that good wine down in the cellar? Is any of that left?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, let's pop a bottle, have some cheese, and talk things out. What do you say?
Thea's going to bring up a bottle.
There you go. There we go. Sit down, have a glass. It's just the three of us now. Dundon has vanished into the void in between space. Azathan the same. Feliki, by the way, Thea, has told us to basically piss off. We're going to destroy the world, and she won't have any of it. So she's gone on her way. So we're it.
Destroy the world. That's not cool.
Hey.
That's what I tried telling her.
You're not going to destroy the world. That's where you keep all your stuff.
Exactly.
Nobody tries to, but, worlds get destroyed. And, anyway. Oh, good, a map. I always like a good map.
That is a very old, shaky version that I just threw a couple of notes on so that you have more of an idea. So the mountain range on the left of that picture,
yes,
is the spine.
That's where we are.
That's where you're going under. You're
right
up near the place called Gate. The other red circle is Rockvale, where you started.
Right.
The Azinthian Plains to the right, Trokal essentially below that and controlling the waterways around. Free City of Lithia, right-hand side.
Okay, so Azinth is the place that we are.
Yes.
We're in Azinth.
Yes, you're not.
We're on the
Trokal.
far.
So the Azinthian Plains are no big deal. We live here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
I mean, there are big deal things that live there.
Of course.
And I'm kind of promised to one of the families in that area.
In Azinth?
Might I
Yes,
suggest you change your just striking blue hair to something a little
My hair
less
is pink.
noticeable?
It's pink.
Oh, okay, pink. Regardless. I mean, just shooting here random ideas, but let's not look like the person you were.
It's so for the knowledge of players that is a sign of that level of people. It's very expensive. It's costly to get that. It's a very fancy hair treatment that they do. It's not a magic thing. I mean, yeah, okay, you could illusion, change your hair color, whatever, or prestidigitation, all of those sort of things with magic, but this is like a really expensive hair dye. It's makeup kind of thing.
Yeah. And
it's a status symbol.
Well, clearly we're not caring about status if you're a runaway.
It's not a status thing for me.
Okay.
It's
something that's me. I feel like myself when I
can
You're also
understand
a
that.
beacon. A pretty pink beacon.
A person needs to feel like themselves, Thea. Elspeth is a smart and intelligent woman. She understands the risks that she's putting herself in. If she's not willing to go that extra route, there is a reason, and we must respect it.
All right, I guess.
Now,
it's really not as much fun.
when I'm around, is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't say that.
I didn't say it out loud. I didn't say it out loud. GM,
Yes.
far right side of the map, there seems to be a headwater of two major rivers. on the far right side of Azinth.
Yes.
Yes. Navigable rivers?
Indeed, they are. When you get up into those mountains and that area, that is technically as in sort of. It's disputed territory because it gets very tribal up there.
Okay.
And that is where there are rumors that the Red Lady lives.
The Red Lady? Who's that?
We gotta go
Uh,
meet her.
The Red Lady is. It's hard to say whether she's a myth, a legend, or a real live political figure, or something like the Dread Pirate Roberts.
All right.
Because from your knowledge, the Red Lady has been mentioned over a significant amount of years.
It could be a title.
Longer than it could just be the title, but it doesn't seem to be that because the Red Lady is also considered a commanding force when it comes to military matters, and has been seen to take the battlefield before with her consort, the Dragon.
We'll certainly avoid her. She sounds like no fun at all.
What was her consort called?
The Dragon Knight.
No, 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 none of that.
We have to. Imagine the horde that could be the Dragon Knight. You imagine the horde.
Let's start with a baby dragon. Let's work our way up. We don't have to start at the apex. We can start small with like a baby dragon.
He said he's a knight.
All right. So look,
Okay.
we have two avenues before us. We have the unraveling of the universe that seems imminent, happening on the other side of the spine, and I can guide us there. I have no frickin' idea what to do once we get there.
True.
In the exact opposite direction, hell and gone from where things are going bad, there is the only clue we have regarding the possibility of maybe figuring out what to do at the place where things are unraveling.
True. I didn't know about Lithia until you brought it up, which is kind of why I gave you the notes.
There we go. See, combined knowledge, collaboration, always an operative thing. So here's what I propose. We make our way to the realm of the Red Lady, find the headwaters of that far right-hand river, staying low and incognito all the way. Once we get down to the coastline, Lithia, the free city, has got to have ships that ply that sea. I don't care how good Trokal is. A free city is not free if it doesn't have a fucking navy. So they're going to have black market people, pirates. Somebody can get us into Ithaca once we get to that coastline. So I propose that we go to the headwaters of the river, ride the river down, and hitch a ride into Lithia from one of the Lithian ships that will doubtless be plying those coastlines there.
Do I know anything about Lithia?
Yeah, they're a thorn in Trokal's side constantly.
Love them.
They are a competing navy. They do compete on trade routes. They don't go to war anymore. There was this whole problem with wizards that they had. Then that tower went away. And yeah. So there is and there are other places in between. It's the in between places that little places like Vandahe Ridge is a little again a disputed area between the two. There's
not going anywhere near Vandahe Ridge. Don't want to even be within stones. Well, I don't want to see it. Nothing.
So there are a number of options for getting there, and you do know that there are solid routes across Azinth because they do it all the time. It is a big deal thing for them. Horses, cattle, like herds, like moving long distances, they do that sort of thing all the time.
Lithia.
Azinth.
Yeah,
so
that's an
moving
Azinth
from
thing.
one side to the other, they do this
Oh.
all the time.
Okay.
They're very much like horse lords, kind of. They have there's a pattern to their movements of moving huge herds of animals, massive farmsteads, things like that. So there's a lot of them, but they're very far apart, much like the American Midwest, where you
Sounds like an adventure.
huge tracts of land.
Huge tracts of land. So, I think we could push west, but I think that's folly because we're going in without a clue as to how to literally heal the universe. So, finding the people who did heal the universe once before and cribbing their notes seems to be the most prudent course of action.
It seems to be now that we have a direction.
You can't go through Trokal because your face. So the best option is to travel across of Azinth, the north of Azinth, and
Pray
find our way
none
down
of them
there.
realize it's me, yeah.
Well, I trust you will take every precaution to make sure that doesn't happen, right?
I will
Can we
do
put
my
a
best.
wig on you or something?
I mean, it's all well and good to be concerned that they may find you out, Elspeth, but if you're not doing anything to prevent that from happening, you're kind of pissing in the wind, aren't you?
Yes, I didn't realize they'd be putting posters everywhere to start.
Well, okay, so new information.
I'm sorry.
And that,
It's not like you're royalty or anything. Like,
and that
I'm sorry,
sucks.
I've never run away from home before. I'm making this up as I go.
Yes, okay, all right. So lots of new information, lots of new perspectives, all understandable. The question is, dear
how did I
heart,
get caught earlier?
that's not the question, Thea, but thank you.
My question.
Thank you for adding to the interrogatory. That's very helpful. The question, actually, I think, Elspeth, is what are you going to do now?
Well, my specialization in magic isn't hiding. I could try and learn over time.
I
See,
need you to be
wait,
stealthy.
wait, see, and this is the problem. See, I turned to Thea. This is why magic users are assholes. Because when you give them a problem, they go, what kind of magic can I use to fix this? When, turns to Elspeth, we have a perfectly good person who can make you look like Quasi-fucking-Modo in 1 hour and 15 minutes with the gear that she has in this room right now. All you have to do is say yes.
Do you have a disguise kit?
Actually, yes, I do. Of course I do. What are you talking about? Don't you?
No, and I'm honestly shocked you have one.
I love you guys.
So, Elspeth, I ask you again, what are you prepared to do?
I could definitely do a wig.
And perhaps maybe a little flattening of the nose and a bit of
We'll
that
fix it.
puffing.
We'll fix her.
Let Thea do her work. And so that we are agreed then, the plan is to move east across Zinth to the land of the Red Lady, hop a river barge down to the coastline, find us a nice Ithian smuggler or pirate or merchant person, make our way into the free city of Lithia, and then dig into the dark underpinnings of the spire. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan. I have one question.
Just one?
At this stage, we'll start with one.
Very good.
We were clearing out this place. I like this place. I get that. We were also talking to those gray cloak people. Didn't they want us doing something?
Yeah, well,
I don't remember. It's been a while.
We were supposed to follow up on the lead for the dragon.
Yes. And now everything's gone to hell, so I
Well,
guess we're done then.
I still want to know what's in his room.
well,
If he hasn't
Wait.
moved on by now, I'm going to be shocked.
whose room?
That
Wait,
one gray
Well, that
cloak
lock goes with him, clearly, because that was not a standard lock, and that was not
It
the
was
normal lock for that
probably
door.
magic.
Okay.
There are spells that can do that, believe it or not.
I want
And
it.
we've circled back to magic solutions.
All right.
One of them was a caster. That's apparently how we think.
I don't know.
Everything's a fucking nail, isn't it?
But you know what? When I got a little bit of magic, you all yelled at me.
You made a deal.
I
Power
made lots
comes
of
with
them.
a price.
Yeah, like I can't sell your soul to Trakal. It comes with a price.
Anyway. Thea. Let's make our way back to the gate. To the city out there that's been locked down with under martial law. We'll draft a report to the Grey Cloaks. Something you can carry into the city because you have
The
unique
whole
skills.
city's on lockdown. Can you get in there?
I look at Thea.
I'm looking at Thea and
Please.
asking.
You have. I'm wounded on her behalf. Really, Elspeth, a little faith in your companions would be appropriate at this point. Of course she can get in. She probably knows 3 ways to get in off the top of her head, and she's not even trying.
Knox, I hope so. Otherwise, we're in trouble.
No, you're the
Wait.
one currently in trouble, not me.
So, we'll give you a report to give to the Grey Cloaks. Deliver the report, see if they have any response. That might take some time, so if you want to go see what's in the room, by all means, go and see what's in the room. Just don't get caught. And come back to us, by sunrise, and we'll be on our way. Perhaps grab some supplies, some mashins, maybe a couple of horses. That would be lovely.
Good luck with horses.
So who's
Hey.
paying for all of these horses?
Clink, clink.
I'm sorry. You're the bank of the party, dear heart. Take it out of my share.
I think it's not the bank. First
Stop.
off, these gold bars, I'll have you know, is because I lugged that stupid statue around that you all mocked me for.
I mean, you were carrying a massive statue.
You mocked me for, and now you mock me because I have gold?
I'm not mocking you for money.
Okay, I think you might be conflating one circumstance, demon statue, with all the other fucking treasure we've found since we started adventuring.
Oh, speaking of which, here's your black cloth for them, Dream God.
Thanks. So, take the price of the rations and the horses out of my share of the hoard that you are carrying. Hmm?
I don't know how to feel about being the bank of this group.
I thought
And
you
just
were-
about to go
You,
up.
you made the bed, baby. You got a lie in it.
Fine. I'll see what I can arrange.
Thank you. Lovely. So, we'll finish up the cheese and the wine. I will draft a report of current events to the Grey Cloaks to hopefully, to their satisfaction, get them off our ass. And come first light, we'll make our way out into the wilderness hinterlands once again, cautiously, discreetly, stealthily making our way up as close to the city as we possibly can without risking notice, giving the missive to Thea and letting her work her stealthy magic, while Elspeth and I wait quietly and discreetly, twiddling our thumbs, doing nothing until Thea comes back.
I'm going to
Discreet is my middle name.
That's the plan.
Okay.
So, there it goes. Oh wait, do I have that letter? Did you already do that?
This is where the GM comes in and says, "Okay, here's what happens."
Here's where we're gonna go with this one. As we're rolling up on 9 o'clock, and you have once again, as a group, decided to go in a direction that I was completely unprepared for.
Wait. The only answers to what's wrong are over there. And you didn't expect us to go over there?
It's the in-between part. Trust me.
You didn't expect us to go backwards
You
again.
wanted us to go through Trogosh to
No.
get to the city
No.
of Ithia?
No, he wanted us to go into the theocracy.
Why?
Second time.
We can't do anything in there.
There was the desire to find a trade route through the mountains to possibly not have everything.
Yeah, but they're at war now, so the trade route is useless,
That's
right?
the problem there.
And besides which, we only allow that for a fee.
Yes.
We do not tell them where it is.
Substantial fee, yes. So I'm sorry, Eric, you brought this on yourself, brother.
You're correct. you are correct. And I have both ends. I just need to do a little work in the middle.
Connected to, you could just talk us through it, man. You could just describe the arduous trek from point A to point B, and we can get on with it. You don't have to run us through every
Oh no, we're
day.
going through some big name territory.
There's one piece in between that I think is important, and I want to make sure I get it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't want to. It would do a disservice to the story, and I think that's going to be an important thing.
Yeah.
And I am here for that. I am absolutely here for the story. What I don't want is I just in another game I just went through every single frickin' day of a 90-day caravan excursion from point A to point B.
Ew.
Oh no.
Ew.
No.
No.
That is gross on like several levels. No.
So and again, story. The story, the connected tissue of the story, I'm here for that. Let's do the big tent poles. Don't make me go through the day-to-day stuff.
Yes, that's where we're. So there is one piece in between that I don't have that as solid as I want it to be.
Okay.
I think if we regroup for our next session, hopefully we'll get everyone back on board.
They can see we're still at the same spot we were.
And if not, no, we're going to hopefully be outside of the city on horseback, heading east.
Yeah, so we will take care of a couple of those little things, those ticky-tacky preparation things in between. We can do that by mail, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So if you want to stop our session.
Yeah, give me a second.
Recording stopped.